Welcome back to the Notorious R.A.D. My name is Aaron Lewis, and I am your host for today and tomorrow and every time you listen to this podcast. But I'm here joined with Dakota Smith and Riley Funk, and we're going to go ahead and hit the ground running like we do every single week. The World Series has come, and the World Series is now over. We'd like to congratulate the new World Series champions, the Atlanta Braves. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud.
How about them Braves?
How about them Braves? You know, guys, we've been talking about the World Series for, I guess, literally a week, considering it literally did not last that long.
It didn't even last a week.
Or
a week, exactly.
Yeah. But we've been talking about it since that horrid call before the World Series even started between the Giants and the Dodgers. I guess that's when we started actually talking about baseball.
Yes.
And baseball became relevant again. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Well, now it's irrelevant, so.
Yeah, it's gone again. But the Atlanta Braves didn't just beat the Houston Astros to win the World Series. They pummeled them into the ground 7-0.
Beautiful, by the way. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It doesn't get much better than watching the Houston Astros get beat.
And you know what? There was a feel-good moment in that game, too. Watching Freddie Freeman be able to celebrate with his team, knowing that he finally had accomplished the goal he'd been waiting to accomplish since he got into the league. Oh, heartwarming.
Did you see him pocket the baseball like Rizzo did?
Yep, sure did.
That was pretty cool.
And getting to see all the pictures now of, you know, him and the trophy and him and his family with the trophy, like, that is just, it's so wholesome to know that, you know, these players who were such big name athletes aren't just here to make money, that winning this game and achieving goals like this are such a big importance to them. But, you know, like we said, the Atlanta Braves won their first World Series title since, I believe, I saw 1998.
It was 26. I thought it was
26 years ago.
26 years ago.
26 years ago.
You know, good for the city of Atlanta. You know, Atlanta's...
Riley, if you bring it up, I might.
He's going to bring it up.
Atlanta has been really unlucky with a lot of, like, sporting events not going their way. I mean, they couldn't. Trae Young and the ATL, you know, they couldn't make it past and go to the finals. You know, the Atlanta Falcons blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl to my Patriots. But, like...
He has to make everything about New England, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to suck Tom off at least once a podcast.
Hey, hold on. But what I'm actually saying, though, is, like, good for them.
Boston Red Sox lost?
Huh?
The Boston Red Sox lost.
I'm not a Red Sox fan.
But, I mean, they're in your New England area.
I'm not from New England.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you're a fan of New England,
that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it's good for the city of Atlanta to finally get a win. Shout out to the ATL, and shout out to Jorge Soler, former Royal MVP, and who was going to be the MVP?
Oh my God,
me, baby!
God, he gets one or two things right, and we're gonna hear about it for a month and a half.
Hey. All I've been hearing is chirping in my ears, and I just thought I would just make it a thing. But no, good for the Braves, and go Jorge Soler.
Thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to hear your take that Jorge Soler was going to be the MVP of the World Series.
Thanks, brother.
Riley, it sometimes pains me to say this, but you wanted to talk about golf.
Yes. So
we'll let him go.
Yeah. Big news in the golf world and the world of sports. While everyone is on their phones in here, I would like to talk about some Tiger Woods recovery news. Via Tiger Woods Legion on Twitter, there's a report out saying in recent weeks we've been hearing rumblings of Tiger Woods' recovery as he has progressed to the point a resumption of some limited golf activities, which is a huge deal because 8 months ago, a little bit more than that, Tiger Woods suffered injuries to the lower right of his legs, so tibia and fibia, and he couldn't walk. And there was a lot of pins in his feet too. I don't know if you guys know much about golf, but getting balance and all that stuff's always tough. And to come back from that at such an early stage and a quick recovery time like that is really huge. And going forward, it seems like he's on the track to be practicing and hitting some golf shots here in the next few months. Maybe he'll have some videos out on his social media like he did in 2018, but it's really exciting
or
to hear.
Just keep it quiet and decide that, I'm just not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to come back when I'm ready.
Yeah.
Just not give anybody any notice. We kind of touched on it before. I guess it really depends on how he progresses, but I had the earliest, maybe either Torrey Pines or at Riviera.
Yeah, it'll just depend on.
Riviera is his tournament, so
he doesn't play very good at Riviera.
No,
but
that's one of the very few courses that Tiger Woods has played a lot and never won at.
Mm-hmm. But it'll all depend on whether he's ready, what his doctors think. He does push his body to the limits a lot, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But when you've had to come back from all these back surgeries and all these other injuries, you gotta think what's best for my career going forward. But I'm excited for this. I know a lot of other people are. And this is just turning into one of those things where an ESPN 30 for 30 in 5 to 10 years, it might be one of the most epic things ever.
Well, that's not the only thing Tiger Woods should have a 30 for 30 on.
Yeah. Well, if you watch the HBO Max documentary, it is not good portraying him, except the final minute of it.
I have heard that documentary does not portray Tiger nicely.
It's trash. But yeah, exciting. We'll be keeping track of that.
Let's be real, though. Yeah. What Tiger did off the golf course was pretty terrible.
Yeah. But, you get to that low point in life, and, he fell.
He got really low.
Yeah, he fell hard. And, it takes a lot for somebody to come back. And, the 2018 golf season when he was second in the FedEx Cup, and then the next year he wins the Masters, and just seeing that new perspective that he had on life is just something that I think not only inspired me, but it inspired a ton of people, and why I think a lot of people are rooting for him coming back.
He's just Tiger. Yeah. Let's face it, most of our generation right now is into golf because we watch Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's going to be great for the sport when he does come back, and I think the road is becoming very bright for this. But we'll see. We'll be keeping track of it. But, yeah, really exciting stuff about Tiger for sure.
Okay. There's his 4-minute golf segment.
I'm not going to lie. That was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're welcome, Aaron.
Hey, I'm here for you. I am here for you.
Are you, though?
No.
That's what I thought.
In other news, the UFC is back on pay-per-view this weekend.
So this is when Riley and I take our headsets off and let Aaron talk.
It's going to be just a quick one because the only match that I care about is the main event. Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman, taking on Colby Covington for the second time, putting up his title. A nice welterweight title fight. We love to see it. I'm, of course, going to have to put my money on Usman. He is...
Well, yeah.
Currently, I believe, if I looked at it correctly, he is sitting at number 1 on UFC's pound-for-pound fighters.
That would be correct.
And, I have mad respect for the 3 guys coming out of Nigeria. Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, and why I can never think of Francis Ngannou. Those 3 being champions together, it just kind of puts a nice little warm place in my heart to know that the little guy, I don't want to say the little guy because it feels wrong, but that's a decent way to put it, is the the little guy, even in this sport, can be on top of the world. You know what I mean? And for those of you who don't watch UFC, it is a very fast-paced sport that can change the way you look at sports altogether. I'm not even going to lie about it. I was a part of it for a short amount of time, but it was a lot of fun and definitely highly recommend watching. Once you start, it's really hard to stop. But I guess we're going to go ahead and get straight into week 9 of the NFL season. I was really looking forward to this week until the week started. And then I tragically decided I hated this week.
Oh, this is it.
Aaron Rodgers was shot down by COVID. Rest in power this week to the Packers. You get to see the future, Aaron. Jordan Love.
Blake Bortles was signed today.
Jordan Love was announced as the starter, though. They announced yesterday that Jordan Love is the starter.
Don't tell me that.
Just remember.
All right, time to find out whether that draft pick paid off or not.
Yeah, see if this would have been a good pick or, any wide receiver that was
breathing.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying A.J. Dillon checked out.
Well, yeah.
So
third-round running backs sometimes do. But, if you're a first-round quarterback and you don't, you get that bust word, the bust tag thrown on you. And guess what? You know what? If you can't succeed against the Chiefs' defense, you can't succeed against anyone.
I mean, I believe that aren't they the worst defense in the league?
Exactly. One of the worst defenses ever. Coming from a Chiefs fan.
Okay, so here we go. Starting off, our lineup is... I can't even say this. I want to talk crap on the Jets, but I mean...
You can't.
I can't. They definitely, beat a very good Cincinnati team.
Big Mike.
Big Mike White.
Man. Put him in the Hall of Fame already.
The jersey and ball are in the are in Canton.
My favorite thing ever was looking at Barstool Sports Twitter and just seeing Big Cat and Portnoy saying put him in the Hall of Fame. It's just hilarious, and he now is.
Yeah, did you guys see it was a statistic. They're like, Mike White's paycheck for that game was $50,000. Somebody put a bet down that he was going to be the leader in passing yards that game.
That week, and it was like 250 to 1.
Yeah.
And he put $1,000 on it and won $250K.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, 125.
125K.
125K.
Yeah. Let's just look at it that this guy made almost triple what Mike White's paycheck was. That's insane. But we got the Jets, who I guess you could technically say for the Jets are on a hot streak, versus good old Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts.
I think the Colts have started to play relatively well. I think they're finding their footing. And, I'm going to take the Colts. I think Wentz is, starting to get more in tune with his offense, and that takes a little while when you're a new starting quarterback on a new team, but I think he's done well. He'll continue to do well, and this would be a good check to see where he's going to be for the rest of the seasons. And I mean, the New York Jets defense isn't great, so it'd be great to see, if he can put up some good passing yards, maybe throw 3 or 4 touchdowns. But that running game will be good too with Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is an every week great player, and I'm always glad to see him prosper. What's wrong, Dakota?
I don't know. I'm torn between who to pick in this game. But part of me wants to pick the Jets just because. I like Michael. Just because I want Mike White to win.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm planned on choosing the Jets.
Okay, well in that case, I'm picking Indy.
Tough, Aaron.
Does somebody else want to keep track of this in the spreadsheet?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, thank you. I've done it the last 2.
Yeah,
so.
I got you.
Thank you to Riley Funk for being our statistician for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The Falcons, which actually brings up a topic that I had been thinking about all week. Calvin Ridley is has since retired from the sport of football.
Hasn't retired.
He's taking a leave of absence.
He's taking
I think.
a step away.
But I feel like isn't that the...
No, it's not.
No, I was going to say, isn't that damn near the same words that Andrew Luck used?
No.
Luck actually retired, I believe, in that final preseason game. I think what it was with Ridley is that he's taking a leave of absence for like mental health. So it's going to be a prolonged period of time. May lead to retirement. I don't know. But like leave of absence.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just want to say, I fully support his decision and bless up and prayers up to him. Like, that is not an easy decision in the slightest to make by yourself. Mm-hmm. And just the fact that he is doing what's best for him and not having any of the media like stimulate his mind to the point that he forgets that he is his own person and he needs to do what's best for him. Like, that's amazing.
Well, the other thing too, I mean, and you're totally right. The other thing too is Atlanta has started to play really good football. Yeah. And Matt Ryan and Calvin really have really good connection. So somebody's got to step up on that offense. I mean, they already got Cordero Patterson, who's playing really well.
Oh my God, he said his name right.
He said it right.
It's been 2 weeks in a row. But like, I mean, it's a bummer for the Falcons for sure on the offensive end.
I mean, right now, all I can think of is Kyle Pitts. Like, he is their guy right now. And I mean, Cordero Patterson also had a great game this past week. I think he had 2 touchdowns.
He's been averaging 20 points per game in fantasy football since week 2, I believe, is what it's been. So he's been pretty productive.
And that's not an easy thing to do. But looks like he's got 2 touchdowns this season. Was targeted 9 times for 35 last week. 60 for 14 the week before that. But I mean, he's been consistent in those times, and like he's been picking up big plays. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whenever they need him, he's there. And truthfully, like, that's the type of player that the Atlanta Falcons need.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons. After Jameis Winston got hurt last week, I don't know if Trevor Simeon's going to be able to go 4 quarters.
It's not Simeon.
It's Taysom Hill this week?
It's trending toward being – I was looking that up while you guys were talking. It's trending towards being Taysom Hill.
Well,
Hill practiced in full. I believe that said he practiced in full. Yeah, he was per Adam Schefter.
It's just going to be
full participant.
It's going to just be a weird adjustment for them because like Jameis and Taysom Hill are 2 different players, so it may take them a couple weeks. I mean, it's not like the Saints are going anywhere; they're still a really good football team. I just think Falcons this week will end up winning because their offense is in more of a flow. And Matt Ryan's just played well the last couple weeks.
I'm taking New Orleans. I love that defense. That defense is so good.
I am also going to take New Orleans. I think it's going to be hard to stop Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is just that all-around.
And I think Taysom Hill being back is better for Alvin Kamara in the sense that Taysom Hill will probably throw the ball more to Alvin Kamara, unlike, Jameis likes to push the ball down the field.
That's very true.
That's who Jameis is. So
I think the other thing that's nice about it is now you can run that option, the run-pass option with Hill. Because with Jameis, there's really no threat of Jameis Winston running.
Jameis is an athletic guy.
I know, but not since college.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't think he's the same guy that he was when he was at Florida State.
Well, no, obviously not.
But Taysom Hill is the type of guy that you can run a run-pass option or just a regular read option with him. And you have fear that if you miss an assignment, he's going to be gone.
I think it's going to be a great defensive battle. 2 top 10 defenses in the NFL. Falcons are 8th. Saints are 4th. So, I mean, there's going to be offense, but whoever plays better defense is going to win this game. So, yeah.
Yep.
Hot take: whoever plays better defense is going to win a football game.
Booger McFarland, ladies and gentlemen. Booger McFarland.
Jameis Winston isn't playing this week. It'll be hard for him to throw the football. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Great job, Booger.
Go Booger.
We have the Denver Broncos versus the We Dem Boys Dallas Cowboys. You know,
in the same breath as Taysom Hill, Dak was a full participant at practice and is on track to play. Not like it matters because Cooper Rush is a god. Everybody loves Cooper Rush. Everybody wants to talk about Mike White. Let's talk about Cooper Rush and that pass he threw to Amari Cooper to win that game. Great pass, great catch. God, the Vikings suck.
Also, great reaction after the play that Amari Cooper had.
Yes.
I mean, it's proof that I think the Cowboys are just on the come up. I don't know if they're the best team in the NFC, but they're pretty darn close to getting up there. They won without Dak Prescott, and we were talking about last week. If Dak doesn't play, the Vikings win this game. And
right.
Cooper Rush came in and commanded that offense, so they're starting to gain some steam. I'm not saying anything. They're going to win the NFC division they're in because
they're going to win the East because everybody else in that division
sucks.
sucks.
That's fact.
But where they stack up against the rest of them, I'm not sure. But I'm going to pick the Cowboys because, I mean, the Broncos are they're mediocre at best, and I just think Dak Prescott's going to have a good comeback game.
I am also on that boat. I am taking Dallas. I was high on Dallas to start the year. I am still just as high on Dallas right now. Their only loss was the opener to Tampa Bay when the game they very well could have won.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Dallas has won 6 straight. They're arguably one of the hottest teams in the league right now. So, I'm taking Dallas.
I feel obligated that I need to take the Denver Broncos.
Oh, Aaron.
I think they're going to have some retribution for this week because they just lost Von Miller.
We'll touch on that momentarily. When is that game? That's a noon game too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're a little hurt that he is no longer on their team. So they're going to come out hot and they're going to come out swinging.
I don't know. That's the Sunday night game. LA's a Sunday night game.
But I have faith in the Broncos. Don't ask me why, but I do.
What he's saying is he's just picking the Broncos to be different. He has absolutely no faith in the Broncos.
Yes, that is.
We all know who's winning this game, but
yeah.
All right.
Oh, were you talking about about this one?
Yes,
So,
the big game.
Oh.
A hush falls over the crowd. Time for the crybaby ass bitch New England Patriots.
All right.
And unfortunately, still a Sam Darnold-less Carolina Panthers team.
Is it because he's seeing ghosts, or is it because he's actually hurt?
He'll be seeing ghosts this week.
I think
limited in practice is the report right now, so I'm assuming that's leading toward he is questionable. He's still
is McCaffrey playing this week?
He is designated for return. Let me see if they're actually going to bring Christian McCaffrey back.
I was going to say, because Chuba Hubbard is his points on fantasy dropped.
McCaffrey was on the practice field Thursday, could return from IR Sunday. Nothing's been put out in the last 24 hours.
If he does play, it's going to be limited. I mean, they don't want to hurt him.
You can't say that because they did the same thing last year with against the Chiefs. That man played the whole damn game and almost single-handedly beat the Chiefs by himself.
With Teddy Bridgewater, let's not forget.
Yeah, with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback.
Yeah. Don't disrespect Teddy like that. Teddy's not
Teddy's
not that bad.
Teddy's not that bad. He's just gotten that.
He's just not that good.
No.
Teddy's just not been the same since he got knocked out.
So
we don't even need to hear who your guess is.
We know.
It'll be interesting to see how they play against Stephon Gilmore.
Is he back? Is Stephon Gilmore back this week?
He had the interception last week against the Falcons.
Oh, I didn't realize he was back. Good.
But-
I hope he picks off Mac Jones and takes it to the house. Can that be one of my hot takes?
I said last week that New England only loses 2 more games, and this will not be one of their games that they lose. So I'm going to take the Patriots. They're on the road. They played better on the road than they have at home, and they're starting to gain confidence. Big win last week against the Chargers.
That was
They keep
a good win.
That is a very big win.
But they're losing to Carolina. I am taking the Panthers.
Alrighty.
Just to get under your skin a little bit. That is
I am
why.
forced and obligated to choose every team but the Patriots.
So,
Alrighty.
So the next up is JJ Jets, a.k.a. Justin Jefferson, and the you like that Minnesota Vikings.
well, you know what they don't like in Minnesota?
Wins.
Touchdowns.
Thank you. He
Or
finished both of those things.
Or a quarterback that's above mediocre. Kirk.
Versus, is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Is he a quarterback? We don't know.
He is an MVP, though.
But he is an MVP, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore.
I mean,
don't even think this is-
Baltimore,
I don't think
even though
this
their
one's up for-
defense is depleted with injury,
Well, it doesn't matter because Kirk Cousins sucks.
Captain Kirk is just
Poor
going down
Captain
with the
Kirk.
ship, honestly.
I think Captain Kirk is that guy who sits in the corner at a party and goes, his friends walk up, they're like, hey, Kirk, you want a drink? Nah, man, I'm just here to have fun.
That is Kirk Cousins.
Respect. He's probably the designated driver, Aaron. It's good. It's good to.
No, man,
it's
I'm
good,
the
it's good to be
DB.
that. It's good to be that guy. You know.
You always got to have that guy.
Are you taking Ravens? as
I am
well?
also going
Okay.
to take the Ravens.
I don't think that the first round of we all pick the same. I have a feeling it will happen for the next one too.
Browns v. Bengals.
You skipped I was a game ahead.
This is the Cleveland Browns with a hurt Baker Mayfield.
And no Odell Beckham.
And still no Odell
do you think
Beckham.
Odell's going to get
Speaking-
traded?
No, he can't get traded.
He can't get traded. But do you
But
think they're
do
going
I
to cut
think
him
they will?
I think that
I don't know what the
I
purpose
don't-
of cutting him is now.
to get rid of the big contract?
Well, you can get rid of that, but
But
dear God.
But if you're gonna have
somebody would have gave you something for Odell.
if you're gonna have Odell Beckham Jr., you can't just cut him. You have to trade him.
Yeah, and I'm kind of confused as to why Cleveland, with all the issues, as in Odell's dad, putting out like a 12-minute video of Baker Mayfield not throwing him the ball.
Like I'm totally okay with him coming to Green Bay.
I think anybody would be okay if Odell Beckham Jr.
I would be
came to the
very
team.
fine if Odell wanted to come play.
I would love
come
it
play in
if
Kansas City.
Odell came to New England. I mean, that anybody would love Odell Beckham because he's that guy.
You love Odell Beckham as a player. You kind of the locker room stuff is
Testy for
yes,
sure.
yeah.
But can I get over it because he's potentially helping win games and championships? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He would be giving Jordan Love somebody to throw the ball to.
We're getting to that. I brought that up earlier.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll get to that once we get to the game.
I also think Baker.
No, we've already touched on it.
I also
Well,
think
Devontae Adams is back
Well, I know.
in full ready
I am
working
well
order.
aware. I am well aware of that. But I'm picking the Bengals because I love Jamar Chase.
I'm going to take the Bengals as well. I think the fact that Baker Mayfield still has a torn labrum in his shoulder is not helping. I mean, he's not at 100%. And Joe Burrow just continues to. I mean, even though they lost last week, Joe Burrow has had a really great season, especially coming off the ACL injury. I'm going to take Cincy on that.
Yeah, I
one.
want Cincy.
I
think it's a good bounce back spot for them to
Oh, yeah.
from
bounce
getting
Shreked by Shreked by Mike White.
wrecked.
Get out of my swamp.
That's what Mike White told him to get him out of East Rutherford.
Well,
I wouldn't have
I'm
hesitated
going-
to leave East Rutherford because that sounds like a not fun place to play.
I mean, they're not the New York Jets; they're the New Jersey Jets.
they are the New Jersey Jets.
They should be the New Jersey Jets.
Actually, they play in Newark, but it's okay.
Who are you picking?
I'm going to pick. I'm going to take the Browns. I don't know why, but there's something in my head that's like some Baker Mayfield's
MetLife is
gonna-
in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I am right.
The Browns.
I've got it on the Googles if you want to see it.
Google.
I got it on Google if you want to see it. I've got it on the interwebs if you would like to see where MetLife Stadium is.
The World Wide Web.
It is on.
The
It is in
Browns
East
is the
Rutherford.
Browns, man.
I know, but I feel like, Baker Mayfield is Baker Mayfield.
Don't butt Baker. No, he's not. He's not Baker Mayfield right now. He is a shadow.
He needs to use some of that progressive insurance to get surgery.
At home with Baker Mayfield.
At home with Baker Mayfield. Ah, man, my shoulder really hurts. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, they had the garage. They had the garage sale. Maybe we could use some of that money to pay for it too.
Well, maybe they
Are
should.
those my pads?
They should.
They could be.
They should have traded Odell Beckham at the garage sale, and they would have gotten something out of it instead of him not being at practice. Oh.
Oh, my goodness. Our next game is dumpster fire versus dumpster fire. Death versus death.
We're calling the Bills a dumpster fire.
Oh, I thought that was the Texans.
Aaron,
I saw
good
Texans
God.
versus Jaguars.
and you're our host.
I'm sorry.
How can we? How can we be led
I'm
when
sorry.
our host forgets the game, Dakota?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
My eyes tricked me, and it said
Yeah,
dump.
and it's really it's difficult.
It is.
It tricks you, especially when somebody jumps his cursor down. It kind of throws you off
I
a little
know.
bit.
I saw.
I'm sorry.
In that case, blame Riley.
I saw Jaguars versus Texans. I was like, oh my god, that's a boring ass game.
Well, not like the Dolphins and Texans, which is next is going to be any better.
no.
Oh my God, that would have been a great trade, wouldn't it? Let's go. We'll talk about that when we get to that game.
So let's rephrase this. It is the second coming of Jesus Christ himself, Josh Allen.
He dressed as Phil Mickelson on Halloween.
That
I
was
respect
epic.
him.
Phil
I
Mickelson.
respect
That
him.
was such a
The
great
point to the calf. That was so good.
It's hard. As a Patriots fan, it's hard not to like the Bills because they're such a likable team.
Dude, nothing was better than the wave last week. When he waved,
I love Josh Allen, man.
Josh Allen is
So
a
good.
dog, and I was 120% here for him last week. That man, when he waved to Miami after winning the game, I was like, boy, keep it up.
You know who also is really good at waving is Urban Meyer, who's
Dirty.
waving goodbye to his reputation as a coach and as a human being.
Dirty.
And he's about
Herb.
to get destroyed by the Bills this week too. I mean, it's just getting worse for Urban.
You know, Urban Meyer's probably used to seeing a lot of guys being in the college world being one and done. But I don't know if he's ever thought about being in the NFL, being a head coach, and being one and done.
He probably is a one and done. Like this is bad. One, I don't know how he's still the coach after that incident, but he has forever earned the name
Dirty Herb.
Dirty Herb.
Dirty Herb.
Yeah, you could just type it all in because
Yeah,
there's not a single one of us picking the Jaguars against Buffalo.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Sunshine. Sunshine. I really thought when
14.5 is the spread in this game.
There's no way.
Dude,
What they should bet on is how many girls is Urban Meyer going to wave at during the game? Because I would love to see that bet. I would take over 14. I would take over the spread. on
over
that
the
one.
spread.
over 14.5
Damn.
girls. All right. Hey.
It's not a bar. There's more people at the stadium.
Is this where we get to bring in? I mean, Riley is a girl boss.
Girl boss.
Hey,
Girl boss.
Hold up.
He is.
I will not take any slander for the comments I just made. But
He is a girl boss.
hey, hold on.
He would know. I mean,
Riley
do we
Funk,
need to
before
put-
the show, made it very...
Made an
very-
error. Misinput.
very
was a misinput.
clear. It was a very clear comment to Dakota and I saying he was, and I quote, a girl boss.
I'm not proud of that fact that I said that. At the time, it sounded right, but as soon as I got the looks from Dakota and Aaron, I realized I'd made a terrible mistake. And those who listen to this show know that I've made a mistake as well.
You have
Shout
made a
out-
terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Now every time I see you, well, what's up, girl boss?
Girl
Yeah.
boss. But you know what?
No
we do support the girl bosses of the world, a.k.a. Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is a girl boss.
Yes.
Not
Riley.
Not Riley. But unless,
Hold on.
unless we also support, if your pronouns are a different thing than what I see.
Getting into this sport.
I just wanted
This is a sports show.
I was just saying it. I was just throwing it out there.
Thank you for getting him back on track.
Aaron, we were talking about Urban Meyer. Now we're going to talk about the dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire versus dumpster fire. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying into Miami International Airport. We're here to watch two horrible football teams play, a.k.a. the Houston Texans with players that nobody knows about anymore.
Brandon Cooks.
Except for Brandon
Cooks. And another team where their quarterback was supposed to be really good.
It's quite literally a midget.
Hey,
now sucks.
hey, honestly, hey, hold up.
I can't. Okay, he's 6'1".
Hey, respect to midgets
Sorry.
out there. The best midget out there is Hezbollah. I love Hezbollah, bro. I don't even know why I'm talking about that, but
Oh my god.
anything is better than talking about this game.
Hezbollah almost got into a fight.
I did see that.
Did you guys see that?
Dude, he
I have
punched
no
Daniel
idea.
Cormier.
Yeah, he did.
Dakota, you have to look up Hezbollah.
Hezbollah is the greatest. He got into a fight with some other guy, and it was like
He body kicked him, man.
and he headbutted him. It was a great time. It was a great time. But honestly, we do have to pick a winner to this game.
I do.
We do.
I'm picking a tie.
You know
Can we
what?
pick ties?
We can pick ties. It
No.
is legal in the sport
I
of.
know, but Miami is still. As much as I give crap to Tua, he is still better than the giraffe, Davis Mills.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the giraffe
I shouldn't call Tua a midget. He's 6'1".
I mean,
he's taller.
I'm
than me.
6'1". Are you calling me a midget,
Yeah,
Dakota?
whoa.
He looks.
Yeah.
Does Tua not look?
Okay,
small
but
on the
doesn't
field?
Steph Curry look tiny on the
Yeah,
court?
Steph's 6'3".
Doesn't
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts look tiny, but he's like the same height, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a little tall. I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares? I'm gonna go with the
I
giraffe.
retract the midget statement.
I'm gonna go with the Houston Giraffes.
The Houston Giraffes.
The
Houston
Giraffes.
Giraffes.
Nice to see you have. Yes, Jalen Hurts is 6'1".
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. So they were basically the same person when they played at Alabama.
Yes.
Just one threw with their right hand and one threw with their left hand.
And one of them got benched in the national championship game, and the other
They
didn't.
both got benched in the national championship game.
Huh?
Tua got benched against Clemson.
Was that in?
Yeah,
Then who came in for him? Was it
Jalen Hurts did.
Oh,
Whoa. I'm forgetting because I just remember when Jalen Hurts was in the first half and then they put Tua in the second half versus
Against
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah. But no, they both got benched in the national in separate
Okay.
national championship games.
Respect to the benching.
That was the year before Jalen transferred to Oklahoma.
Yep, that's right. Dakota, who are you picking for this game?
Miami.
Miami.
Can I have an explanation of why, good sir?
Because the Texans are literally the worst team in the NFL.
Some would say currently.
Alabama could give the Houston Texans a run right now.
I would be willing to
110%.
take that.
Bryce Young.
Actually, no, it's Georgia, isn't it?
Georgia
Georgia.
is the numero uno in the college football playoffs ranking.
God, this game.
Raiders and Giants.
This game isn't much better, even though the
Okay,
Raiders.
I'm gonna let Riley try to give a funny rundown of this game. So
Well,
take it away, girl boss.
okay. Well, for reasons that we won't talk about on here, the Raiders' offense is depleted right now. If those of
You
for
can
the-
at least make the statement.
Okay.
Do you want me to read
Henry,
it off?
Henry Ruggs made a mistake. A really terrible mistake going 156.
I don't know if that's
And-
considered a mistake anymore. But
based off of what he did,
I'll make the statement. 'Cause
Yeah. He is facing
Form-
2 felony charges.
little mistake.
Former wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, Henry Ruggs, has been charged with 2 felonies for going 156 miles per hour while driving 2 times over the legal limit of alcohol. And in the process, has fatally killed a 24-year-old woman and her dog, R.I.P. So that's as much as we're going to go into it. This is not a kind of topic that we would like to get into, especially not right now with not knowing all the 110% facts.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders' offense will be depleted this week. I mean, the Giants are just, I don't know, they're kind of really streaky. They'll play really good and then they'll play really bad.
I think they played fantastic last week.
Well, I know, but this week could be completely different.
I mean, I think if I remember correctly, they've played 2 weeks in a row that were pretty decent games.
They almost.
I mean, they did beat the Saints.
They almost beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
which
almost.
isn't hard, but
Well, I know.
I mean, they went into they played Carolina at home, beat them 25-3. You know, they did beat the Saints in New Orleans earlier this season already, 27-21. So, I mean, and then, like you said, they only lost by a field goal to the Chiefs. And, you know, I think if Danny Dimes can get his head in gear, they will definitely have a chance. But it's going to be hard getting past Mad Max.
I also think that Derek Carr is, you know, he's played really well. He'll continue to play well.
Derek Carr will always be a top 10 quarterback in the league, I think.
But I'm gonna pick the Raiders. I think they'll play well. They'll play with a little bit of passion. I mean, I feel like Derek Carr is going to give them a good motivational speech this week to get them through. Because the Raiders have been hit hard this year.
I think Derek Carr is, in the best way to put it, he's the dad of the team. You know, he is he takes care of everybody. He looks out for the young guys, and it's something nice to see. But then I'm also going to go with the Raiders because I know he's just one player, but Max Crosby has been playing out of his mind. And I love everything that they're doing over there in the on that defense. So and you still have Darren Waller at tight end.
And Josh Jacobs will play this week, which I need him to play well for my fantasy team to have a chance.
All about the fantasy team.
Always about the fantasy
I'm on a
team.
hot streak, like I've said. Who you picking, Dakota?
You could Vegas. You could make an argument for Derek Carr being a top 10 quarterback. I had to go through, and I can list 9 right off the top of my head that are better than Derek Carr.
I'm kind of hurt that you put Aaron Rodgers at 9.
They're not in any particular order.
I
was just naming them. They're not in any particular order, but that's hold on. There's 10.
Okay, I don't think. I mean,
there's 10.
No,
that's 10. Oh, you're gonna tell me that Derek Carr is better than Joe Burrow?
I'm not saying anything because
You're gonna tell me Derek Carr is better than Joe Burrow? No.
That's a good list. So for those of you
by the way, I'm also just used to. I just don't like Derek Carr because he plays for the Raiders, but
for those of you that don't know,
I don't like the Bears, but I respect Justin Fields for somewhat doing something.
Can I put Mike White on that list too?
No.
Yeah, so the list that Dakota made goes. It's
you
not
can
any
argue Tannehill when he's playing well.
So Dakota has Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Tom Brady, Dak, Kyler, Russell Wilson, Rodgers, and Burrow as his top 10. I think that's
that
pretty
is
good.
Not in any particular order either. I would have Rodgers much higher. I would have Prescott much higher.
But that's a good list. I mean, there's a lot of good quarterbacks, and I mean, this year's been really tough to see who's gonna.
Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah, no, and R.I.P. to Big
I mean,
Ben,
he's fifth in passing yards with that terrible offense. Yeah.
But again, R.I.P. to Big Ben.
He fell off pretty hard.
Dying.
Very hard. And Derek Carr is having a great year. The problem is Derek Carr just lacks in touchdowns.
And I mean
that's
it. That is definitely something that hurts. And I mean, it's when you can't finish. That's the biggest issue as a quarterback in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It's great that you can drive the field and go, 99 yards, but if you can't get that 1 yard that you need, what was all that work for?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Packers last week whenever they played against Arizona. Rodgers went for a read, like an RPO, and read it and just kind of shit the ball away on a third down.
But coming back the other way, Kyler Murray they had plenty of time to score a touchdown, and
They-
they were right there at the end zone, and they messed
And
it
AJ
up.
Green sucks.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it.
Oh
at that.
my goodness.
Are they?
Well,
No, oh no, they play the 49ers. this
our
week.
next game is. Yeah, I really thought I was going to have something good for this one, but I really don't. The Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert, Mr. I have a cannon for an arm,
Yes.
versus
Lost last week.
still has a cannon for an arm, versus the Philadelphia
Still a better quarterback
Eagles.
than Mac Jones.
That is
Alrighty,
still a
alrighty.
fair statement. Fair statement. The Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen, I have literal wheels for legs. Hurts.
Well, the Eagles did just come off of a big win over the Lions, but everybody beats the Lions. So
Gosh, I would hope so.
the Chargers, that is
Yeah, Chargers.
just too much.
Poor
They're
guys.
just too much. That offense is really good. And again, we talked about bounce back spots. This is a bounce back spot for the Chargers. We talked about it with Cincinnati. I think this is a good spot for LA. I mean,
I agree.
it's tough when you never play a home game.
I'm definitely gonna.
Yikes.
It always. I mean, did you hear that? Have you heard that stadium when in games that they like?
Yeah, the opposing team has
The
more
opposing
fans
team has more fans here than the Chargers.
like
Yeah.
last
Like-
week during the Patriots
Like
game,
that
it felt
Vegas,
like it was.
that Vegas Monday night game.
Yeah.
They played. Oh my gosh! I bet Justin Herbert thought he was playing on the road.
Well, yeah,
like,
it was
it's
the
so
same.
bad.
There were so many Patriots fans there last week too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was.
I mean, it must suck to not play a home game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must
and-
really suck.
Oh no, I totally understand and totally agree, and I really do feel for the Chargers because they're not a bad football team.
Yeah.
Like they're currently sitting on top of the AFC West. Like,
That doesn't take much this year, though.
no, it doesn't. I mean,
Who are you going to take for this game, Aaron?
I'm gonna take the Los Angeles Chargers.
All right,
Clean
Eddie.
sweep the
But
last two
bolt
games.
up.
All right.
This
All
is
right.
this is the big one, baby.
Oh, here we go. This is the fun one.
Give me time.
No, you don't get any time.
Here we
You
go.
don't get any time.
Aaron
You-
Rodgers didn't get any time.
Well, he's getting some time off now.
They might.
This was supposed to be the State Farm Bowl.
It's just not meant to be.
It's
Yeah.
just it really isn't. You know, 2 years ago the Packers and the Chiefs played. Mahomes didn't play, but then again, I don't think he was part of State Farm quite yet. But
No.
he was. He might have just been starting. But and now the Green Bay Packers are Aaron Rodgers list.
Aaron Rodgers-less.
Can you feel the love, Jordan Love?
Oh, he's going to be feeling the love.
I'm
Yeah.
going to, and I'm still going. I mean,
He's going to pick the Packers. I mean, he's.
I would be stupid not to pick the Packers on the simple fact of your defense is still terrible.
I really want to see how that. Like, our defense is terrible.
So Aaron.
But
is
guess
gonna
what?
pick the Pack.
Jordan Love isn't Aaron Rodgers.
That's very true, and I don't think he's thrown a pass in a regular season football game yet.
I think. I mean, I know the
It's a
Chiefs.
7.5 points in favor of Kansas City. That's. I bet you that was close to even.
Yeah.
That was probably close to a pick 'em before Rodgers got hurt.
I was going to say, I would put that, I feel like that was probably closer to flipped.
Oh no, you don't understand. Vegas loves Kansas City because guess what? People still love Mahomes.
Yeah,
But Devontae Adams is back. Alan
Yeah.
Lazard is back. Aaron Jones is playing.
Cobb will be playing this week.
Randall Cobb will be playing.
So this is what the team would have looked like if Aaron Rodgers either got traded or if he was going to sit out with a contract dispute.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. I think the Chiefs winning against the Giants in a tough game is going to give them some motivation this week.
It shifted. Sorry to interrupt. It
Oh, no, you're
shifted
fine.
the spread from Chiefs -1 to Chiefs -7.5. So that it shifted the line almost a touchdown in favor of Kansas City.
I don't know what's going to happen. Jordan Love could either tear up this Chiefs defense or he might just not do good at all. I don't know what's going to happen. It's hard not to throw the ball against this Chiefs defense and be successful.
I mean, when Daniel Sorensen is on the field, he's automatically just throw the football. Just throw it at him every single time.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think they'll win this week. And like I said last week, I mean, they have a chance to win the AFC West, and they need to do everything they can to win as many games as they can. They got a tough schedule. So
The Chiefs have an extremely tough schedule left. I mean, they have the Packers this week. Then they're Sunday night in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're at home against Dallas.
Vegas is not an easy place to play.
No,
and that
is.
Dallas game is going to be so tough because you're going up against, I think, the guy who's the front runner for the Defensive Player of the Year.
Trevon Diggs.
Trevon.
So they need to win this game.
They have this
might be must win.
I was going to say
Kansas City.
Yeah,
I think this is a must
And
win for Kansas City.
They're hopeful Melvin Ingram will play.
Yeah.
And
Which I don't care if he's not 100% what Melvin Ingram used to be. Anything is going to be better opposite of Frank Clark, and maybe Frank Clark finally made a big play.
He did.
Granted, it took him 4 quarters in that game to make a big play, but him and Chris Jones came up clutch when we needed it.
Put that strip
A
sack
strip
on.
sack at the end of the game. I mean, it was over anyway.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, I think those ticket prices have dropped.
For the Packers?
Oh yeah, they're down to like
How much are they down to?
Give me a good number.
$112.
Ooh,
Ow.
interesting.
Well, guys, I might know what I'm doing.
That's per what I'm seeing on ESPN. I don't know if you're actually going to get. You're probably going to be.
High up.
Yeah,
I don't care how high.
Jordan Love will look like an ant. Level 340 run, row 36, $108.
Who are you going to pick for this game, Dakota?
Is that a question?
No.
Do you even need to ask?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question to ask.
It's courteous. It's out of.
I have to make sure.
I know it's out of courtesy, but I'm picking.
I
the
have to make sure I'm writing this down right because
If not, I'll destroy you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's.
I would never fight you, Riley. I like you too much.
That's very authoritative. I'm scared.
This is a game that I have been excited
This
about,
one?
actually.
This one.
Yeah, this one's gonna.
Because
this one's gonna be my hot take of the week.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Because
Yes.
here's why. George Kittle is back.
That makes
George
things a
Kittle
little
is
bit-
playing this
Are
weekend.
you picking the Niners?
I'm not gonna say anything until I have my hot take.
Okay, so Riley is out on this one. Remember we talked about those bounce back spots? Here's another one. Arizona.
Yes.
This is a perfect spot for this. Is another perfect spot
you know who else
after a
bounced-
tough loss.
You know who bounced back? Who bounced back last week? Rasul Douglas, when he bounced and caught that pick to end the game.
Yeah. I mean, the Cardinals did get a gift on that spot.
Oh my God!
That was terrible. That was so bad.
That man got stopped a yard
Watching
short,
it
and
live.
he goes. The ref literally looks at it and goes, "First down, guys." I'm like, "What the hell?"
San Francisco's favorite in this game. That's intense.
Like I'm
the
literally
disrespect to Kyler Murray. Like
I just want to point out, I was watching this football game, the Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I looked at that spot and went, "Who the hell am I watching? The Kansas City Chiefs?"
no, you mean the
Yikes.
you mean the Buccaneers. Tom Brady's getting that spot more than Mahomes is.
But anyways, we have a potentially hurt Baby Yoda and the Arizona Cardinals, and a potentially hurt DeAndre Hopkins
Hopkins, let me see if there's any.
versus a new flame might be arising in the West.
He did not practice yesterday.
San Francisco
We
49ers
are
with Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle.
We are recording this at 4:30 on a Thursday. That is
4:30 on Thursday. He did not practice.
on
DeAndre Hopkins.
He did not practice on Wednesday. They probably haven't even practiced yet. It's only 2:30.
It's 2:30 in
Arizona.
Arizona, right?
So yeah, they probably still haven't practiced yet. That report won't be out until after we're done.
Yeah, but as of right now, DeAndre Hopkins did not practice on Wednesday. It is Thursday. You know what?
There is a report came out 4 hours ago that Kyler Murray is not practicing today. So
Baby Yoda is.
the quote is though he should be good to go. When did that ESPN story come out? That came out yesterday. Left ankle sprain.
So
Who is the backup for Arizona?
I looked this up, and I think it's Mike Glennon.
That sounds right.
I believe he was the guy. But for those of you who don't know, at the end of the game, it was actually the last play of the game.
Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy, that's what it was.
Colt McCoy is their backup.
For those of you who don't know, Kyler Murray took a shot at the end of the game while he was throwing, in the act of throwing. And it looked like he just kind of got rolled up by one of the Packers defensive linemen. He had to be attended to by the training staff as he was after the interception. And then he was able to walk off on his own power, but he needed a little assistance once he got closer to the sideline. But it didn't seem all that bad, but as we can hear now, he is not practicing today on Thursday, November the 4th, but the Arizona Cardinals are hopeful for him to play this Sunday. I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers because if Kyler Murray's not at 100% and DeAndre Hopkins is not at 100%, I think that's a big shift in things. Riley, are you waiting?
It's his hot take.
Yeah, it's my hot take.
He is not allowed to speak on this one.
Okay.
What about you, Dakota?
I'm taking Arizona.
Also, shout out to my friend of mine, Marcus Golden.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
Keep it up, number 44 in the Arizona Cardinals. Keep up the good work, my man, and
Okay, are we to the Sunday night game?
we are to the Sunday night game.
Well, this game got very different in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
King,
Yeah.
you know how they say Humpty Dumpty had a great fall? Well, King Henry
Has a broken foot.
has a broken foot.
Rip to my fantasy team.
Yeah, same, mine too.
I had him in 1-2, so
Yeah.
I can't complain.
But King Henry, I believe the real King Henry was decapitated, but this one just had his foot
I don't know if his
destroyed.
foot was actually broken.
Well, he's having surgery on it.
He
and-
had surgery on Tuesday.
Yeah, so he had
Yeah.
surgery. He's done for the year. They say 6 to 10, but I mean,
And guess
that's
who they
hopeful.
signed to their practice squad?
They signed Old Reliable
All day.
All day.
all
day.
day. Adrian Peterson, for those of you who are not hip like us.
Well, let's just say Adrian Peterson. If Adrian Peterson carried the ball as many times as Derrick Henry did, Adrian Peterson might have to be carted off the field.
This is very true. But
I understand why you sign him. You're just not gonna get you get 15 to 20. You're not getting 30 touches out of Adrian Peterson.
no,
Hey,
but this is going to make Ryan Tannehill have to throw the ball.
This makes
AJ Brown and Julio
If I would have been,
Jones.
AJ
if
Brown
I would
and
have
Julio.
been both, if I'd have been both of you, I would have tried to trade for AJ Brown fantasy wise.
Hey,
I have Julio Jones.
I have
that's
Julio and AJ Brown starting this week, so I would hope Tannehill throws to one of them. Jalen Ramsey's gonna have to cover one of them.
Who's your quarterback?
We're not gonna get into
No,
Mac
that.
Jones.
Is it actually Mac
it's
Jones?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, because
because Brady is my quarterback in my other league bye week, and then Aaron Rodgers is my quarterback in the other league. And since homie got gunned down by COVID, I am starting Mac Jones
Got gunned down. Where is this coming? Why is it gunned down?
because
he's
COVID-
very upset.
I'm very upset with Aaron. Disappointed. Pain. But the Rams also upgraded on defense, getting Von Miller. So
Von Miller.
they got Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Jalen Ramsey. That's a high-powered defense.
Star power defense. That is.
They all need to stay healthy. That's the only thing I can say.
Donald's never had a problem staying healthy.
I just want everyone to know that the Los Angeles Rams have turned into the football version of the Monstars.
They are the best team in the NFC now.
Yes, they are.
They are the best
Without
team in
a
the
doubt.
NFC.
I am unsure if Von Miller is going to play this week. I don't know. I haven't seen any reports about it.
He's
or not.
practiced.
Has he practiced?
Yeah,
I mean,
he was talking to the media today. Practice. The Titans are also the number 1 seed if the season ended right now in the AFC. They're the number 1 seed. So this
Really
is
interesting.
like it. This isn't a Super Bowl preview, but this is like that
Maybe.
Yeah,
mid-season
because now it's.
clash.
That it's all changed now that Derrick Henry's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, but we said the same thing about the Philadelphia Eagles when Carson Wentz got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, but it's true. We said that everyone said the exact same thing. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're going to be ass now. The Carson Wentz, their MVP quarterback, caliber quarterback, just
but
damn near died.
Nick Foles was still
But we didn't know that.
at time but he was a capable backup then. Still, he was still a capable backup at that point in time.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is like nobody thought they were going to go and win a Super Bowl. Like,
You're right, but it was one of the greatest things I've ever watched.
that is true. Philly special.
So I'm going to take the Titans.
By the way, does Nick Foles still trigger you? Nick Foles. Does he haunt your dreams at
No,
night?
there's more things that haunt my dreams, like David Tyree and Mario Manningham.
What
But
about Girl Boss?
yeah, Girl Boss is gonna stick
gonna-
with me for a little
That's
bit.
going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
I think so. Adrian Peterson. I don't know if you guys saw the images at practice. Adrian
He's
Peterson had a
big.
huge chew in his mouth. That dude's gonna try to run, and he's gonna try to get some yards and touchdowns. I'm gonna take the Titans, which it's not really a hot take for me. I just think if Ryan Tannehill can get the ball in the hands of his 2 star wide receivers, and they can balance that out with a good running attack with Peterson, they have a chance. I just don't know if Von Miller plays this week.
It doesn't matter. I love Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. Give me LA. All day.
I'm also going to take LA. I don't think anyone can stop those two. They're
Concur.
oh my goodness. And
Cooper Kupp in 8 games, 63 catches, 924 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
you can't write that any better. It would be impossible. This is our midway mark through the season.
Yep, this is it. This is week 9.
Yep.
Just that
We are now
18-week season this year.
at the midway mark through the season. That's insane. I feel like we literally just started football.
Well, you know who hasn't just started football is Big Ben, because that dude is just.
They're still 6.5.
There's no one in their right mind would pick the Bears to win this game. Because the Steelers are going to be solely held up by their defense, aka TJ Watt.
Are we all picking the Steelers for this game?
I feel like
I can't pick Justin Fields.
It's just difficult.
Oh,
because
Matt Nagy's back, so yes, I am picking
Yeah,
this. I'm picking the Steelers.
if it was Chris Tabor, I would have a.
Well,
I mean, they played the 49ers really good.
Yeah, they did.
Debo killed him. Debo had a
He's
good
so
yeah,
fast.
Debo was really great for my fantasy team, baby.
It's always about the fantasy team.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Hold on, time out.
Who don't you have on your fantasy team?
You've named like 8. You've named like 8 guys who are
I
like.
have a bunch of the obvious ones because I was very you're stupid to take Mahomes in the second round. That's just dumb. Don't take a quarterback that early. Wait.
Well,
Yeah, but then
I
again,
picked Brady, and it's working out for me in my other league.
What round did you take Brady?
2. I picked Kamara first.
Good God.
I picked Kamara first, and then Brady.
What kind of person are you?
I got Mike Evans directly after. I was
that's
back to back. I was back to back in the.
You could have got Tom Brady in the 7th round.
Oh, you were the turn pick.
Yeah, I was the turning pick.
You picked Brady with the turn.
No, I picked Brady before I picked Evans.
I know, but you said you had the turn, which
turn
means
pick
you
is the
took
best.
Kamara at the end of the first round.
No. So I was the number 1 pick. So I was the number 1 pick. So I had the last pick and the first pick of the second round.
So you had the turn at the end of the second
We had the
round,
flip.
beginning of the third. Okay, still terrible.
You had the flip pick.
Still terrible.
So
Your buns.
we are all picking the Steelers.
Yes.
You're still
And
buns.
now it's everybody's favorite time of the show.
The hot takes.
Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. We have reached full
I'm gonna
capacity.
need you to trademark that sound.
Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum,
Closed
ba-bum,
captioning
ba-bum,
provided by
ba-bum.
Aaron Lewis.
Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. You have reached, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally gotten to our destination.
It's kind of cute how he tries really hard.
It is kind of cute how he tries really hard.
The favorite time of the day where we can sit here and roast Riley if he
All
wants.
right, let's go. This is my favorite part of the entire podcast.
I mean, we haven't really roasted you all that much. We were trying to be nice, but if you keep it up,
Yikes.
Are we gonna rip this hot take apart?
most likely. Riley, you are leading off.
I mean, I'll give the man's credit. He had a good hot take last week.
I also had a pretty good hot
Yeah,
take
you
last
were
week.
close. Mine sucked because Riley's won. Okay.
We're going to go back before we continue and just recap the hot takes from last week. Riley's hot take was that the New England Patriots were going to beat the Los Angeles Chargers 35-28. And his long-term was that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to win the AFC West.
And that New England was
Step one
going
complete.
Well, and that New England was also going to get it in as a wild card.
No, you
team.
want to add that on to the end of that?
No, I mean I'll add that on, but that was part of it as
Oh,
well.
I forgot to put that part because
So
I can't write fiction.
the end final score of the
was
Patriots-Chargers game was 27-24 in favor of the
He went
Patriots.
35-28. That's
not bad.
That's in the ballpark.
That is not bad.
So not bad, guys. Not bad.
Not bad. Dakota's hot take was absolute dog shit.
It was.
Like, I'm not even
Because
going
I thought the Chargers were going to dominate that
I'm
game.
not even going to lie. It was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Tough day.
You know what?
I picked the opposite of Riley. Okay, let's be real.
We have a button that is the Damn It Riley button. But just for today, we're going to have the Damn It Dakota.
It's okay.
And then
Well, guess what? My hot take from the very beginning is still holding firm. So,
and then there was mine. That wasn't bad.
I mean,
I wasn't right,
you got
but I
both
wasn't
of them right. You just didn't get it all right.
all right. So the Packers were going to go into Arizona and win on a game-winning field goal. Technically right. We kicked a field goal, and we had an interception to win the game.
Yeah, you're close.
Close enough. And that the Braves were going to win in 4. Definitely did not do that.
Oh, they won in 5.
We
so
won
close
in
enough.
6.
6? Was it 6?
Six. Yeah.
I don't care.
1 and
Baseball.
6, but it wasn't great,
I just
but we're here.
pretend like I watch the World Series. I really just look at the box score and see what happened.
There you go.
Like I said, it wasn't great, but
I'd much rather watch football.
we out here, guys. So, leading off today in the number 1 hole is the Tom Brady lover. The Tom Brady lover, a.k.a. I love New England Patriots, a.k.a. my name's Riley Funk.
By the way, he's wearing a T. He's wearing.
He is also wearing his ugly Tom Brady shirt or hat. Riley Funk, take it away.
Oh boy.
All right, so
Bryson DeChambeau.
respect DeChambeau. So Jimmy G came back last week, and he played very well against the Chicago Bears, which are a really tough defensive team because they've got Mr. Khalil Mack on the other side.
And Danny Trevathan.
I mean, we all said
Hakeem
last
Nicks.
week that the Bears were going to win, if I remember correctly.
Well, there was a reason we picked.
Well,
the
yeah,
Bears
yeah,
to win.
because
It was
obviously
not because we thought they were
They're going
good.
to win it.
But
No.
we picked them to win last week, and I think a lot of us after that 49ers Colts game were kind of like, hey, Jimmy G doesn't have it. This team's going to go to Trey Lance, but then he comes back and he plays rather well. 2 rushing touchdowns. He didn't throw any passing, but he got the ball to Deebo Samuel and he got it to his playmakers. So I'm saying this right now. The future of the 49ers is definitely Trey Lance, but Jimmy G, this is his job on the line. And they need to make the playoffs for him to continue to keep playing because they're gonna start him as long as they are relevant. They won't go to Lance until this season is completely hogwash and they're done. So I am picking the 49ers to win, and I am picking Jimmy G to throw 3 touchdowns and throw for 275 yards, 1 of them to Kittle, 2 of them to Deebo Samuel. And I am also long-term picking the 49ers to make it in as a wild card team. For the
Wow.
playoffs.
Wow.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
they're one
He just had
game,
like 6 hot takes.
but they're
I
one
know.
game out right now, and they're right there. I mean, the NFC is a stacked division, and there's a lot of good teams that don't have a lot of wins.
Conference.
Conference, not division. That division is stacked though.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
Everybody
a lot of
but
good
the
teams in
Seahawks.
there, and
That's only because Russ is hurt.
if Jimmy G can get it together and he played like he did last week the rest of the season, 49ers will make the playoffs, and I think could be a sleeper. I said at the beginning of the year the 49ers are a dark horse to make the Super Bowl. Nothing's changed for me if they can continue to play well
Something
like they did
changed
last
for me.
week.
His name's Raheem Mostert.
So I am taking the 49ers. I think Jimmy G is going to play like his job is on the line because he has to at this point.
Because his job is on the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the funny. I joked I was going to pick the reverse hot take of him, but I don't think I can go that far.
Mainly because you can't
I were to
remember
pick-
everything.
No, if I were to pick a reverse hot take, it would be that Jimmy Garoppolo throws 3 interceptions and Trey Lance comes into the game. That would be the reverse of the hot take. No, go ahead, Aaron.
I'm going to head back to my Green Bay Packers because this might be the hottest hot take you can give right now because, my hopes and dreams have kind of died for this week. I think that Patrick Mahomes will throw 2 interceptions.
Well, that's not asking for a whole lot. He's done that a bunch of times this year.
And Jordan Love, in his first ever start in a regular season football game in the NFL, will throw for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Packers will win against the Chiefs in Arrowhead by 10.
Oh, boy. All right, I found my counter to my hot. I have found who I'm countering this week. I am countering him. Mahomes has his best game of the year, and the Chiefs win by 2 touchdowns. There you go. Since we're all sticking to our... I applaud you for not making your hot take about your favorite team.
No, I was just
I
really...
mean, you did last week, so I guess it's only fair that we do it this week.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
just really impressed with how Jimmy G came back. I mean, that...
I think that's respectable.
Yeah.
No, I respect it. I respect it.
I respect your hot take.
I mean, I am...
Do I think it's going to happen? No.
Well, I mean...
Winning the game, yes. You're asking for a lot for Garoppolo to throw 3 touchdowns.
I'm just a Jimmy... You guys know I'm a Jimmy G guy.
But,
I
mean,
just,
you also got to remember, it is
I mean,
Deebo
he
Samuel.
is still kind of rooting for the Patriots.
but
Yeah.
like,
is this still a Patriots thing? Is because
But I just think that, like, it's the same kind of situation with Alex Smith. You remember how, like, when Mahomes was first drafted, everyone was like, hey, it's only a matter of time before Smith gets out. And then he goes into New England and, like, blows them up week 1, and he had a great year. I mean,
And then they lost to Marcus Mariota on a rebound pass.
yeah.
sucked.
But
That might
But it's
quite
the same
possibly have
kind of
been
thing.
the funniest thing I'd ever seen in
It
my
sucked.
life.
I wasn't watching that. I was on my way home from something. I was listening to it on the radio. Yeah. So I feel like I need to come up with something more original than that.
Yeah, sounds kind of like a loser comment.
Oh, you know it is, but
maybe
you know
Frank Clark has 2 sacks.
that's also asking for too much.
That is asking
Hold
for
on, I'll
way
come up with
too
I'll
much.
come up with something different.
The thing that I'm really curious about, like, because I mean this Chiefs Packers game is no matter what was going to be a big deal. I'm just really curious to see how poised Love is in the first quarter in Arrowhead because it's going to be loud. See if LaFleur can
But
coach him.
I mean, it's just going to be tough because he's never gotten to play in front of a full stadium of fans in Lambeau. You know what I mean? And Lambeau, people have said that Lambeau Field is quite possibly the hardest place in the NFL to play. Just strictly off of the atmosphere and, temperature, different environment, stuff like that. But, playing at Arrowhead is not easy in the slightest either. So it is going to be a fantastic game to watch between those two gladiator of teams.
Let's say Love wins. Does that give you confidence going forward? Because we all know Aaron's leaving after this year, and
But
Love's
that's the
gonna
thing,
be
we can't
guy.
say that because we don't know Aaron's leaving.
We kind of do.
Aaron's leaving.
We kind of do. We kind of.
We also thought he was going to leave this year.
We also
didn't think he was going to play.
We also, I'm not going to get into that. We also thought he was going to play this week.
I can't read lips.
We also thought Aaron Rodgers was vaccinated. And
Clearly,
we were lied to.
We were deceived.
I mean, someone lied when they told Riley that Mac Jones was going to win Rookie of the Year.
But was he lying to himself?
Yeah.
I'm not lying to myself.
Jamar Chase is...
Yeah, that hot take's looking great right now, and I made that in week 2.
Well, guys, I think that is everything.
I am not done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am not done yet. I was letting you guys banter while I came back with a hot take.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, good sir.
All right. Well, I'm going right back to the well with the Chargers. I'm going back to the well with the Chargers. They're only favored by 1.5 this week, but I think they bounce back big on the road in Philly, and Herbert throws for 302 touchdowns, and they win by 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
You said 350?
302. 302 touchdowns.
He throws for 302 yards.
Okay, you know what? If Justin Herbert throws for 302 yards, you heard it here first.
That would be
okay. Now I am finished.
Does anyone else have anything they want to say before we go?
I am totally fine.
You're good? You don't want to tell Bryson DeChambeau that you love him?
I actually like Brooks Koepka more than DeChambeau.
Oh,
I love
you
Bryson.
heard it here first.
I love Bryson DeChambeau.
Riley Funk thinks that Brooks Koepka.
Koepka.
There we go.
Brooksy.
Brooks Koepka.
Koepka.
Brooksy. Just call him Brooksy.
This is Riley and Cordero Patterson all over again.
I'm sorry. It's hard. Names are hard. Words are hard.
It's really not, though.
Words are hard. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening in to the Notorious R.A.D. Thank you again. I am Aaron Lewis, joined by Dakota Smith and Riley Funk, and we will see you next week. Peace.